On a hot pan, non-stick pan, we're going to put 1 large onion chopped, 5, 6, maybe 7 garlic cloves chopped, 10 ounces of mushrooms, or about, it could be less, a little more. Spinach, this is about 2 cups of spinach, and about a cup chopped carrots. So let's put in the onions, and we're going to dry saute as much as possible, and when it needs to get some water added, we'll add a little bit at a time. Okay, after about 3 minutes, we're going to add some water, like 2 tablespoons. And you can see they're starting to get brown. Now I'm going to add the carrots. This is about a cup and a half, whatever. I'm just using what I have in the refrigerator. You could do less, you could do more. You could put half a cup of carrots. I have this, so I'm using, this is about a cup and a half. So, I'm gonna let it cook for 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Now we're going to add the garlic. Again, you can put as much or as little as you want. And the 10 ounces or so of chopped mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms. They're great for vitamin D. And we're going to let this cook for about 7 to 8 minutes. Adding water if necessary. The mushrooms will start to release water, so you have to be careful that you don't make like a soup. And then we're going to add finally the spinach and the spices. In the meantime, I'm steaming some broccoli, and I always try to do 2 or 3 things at the same time. Very good. We'll be back in 7 to 8 minutes. About 7 to 8 minutes have gone by. I did add a little bit of water, very little. Now we will add about a half a teaspoon of thyme, a half teaspoon of basil, a tablespoon of oregano. If you want to add some garlic powder or onion powder, that's fine too. You could use lemon pepper, you could use garlic herb. Now it's your time to be creative. And now we're going to add the spinach. That's 2 cups or so. You can do more. Sometimes I do kale, sometimes I do Swiss chard. Depends on what. And it's cooked, it's steamed. 2 cups steamed, not 2 cups of. It was 3 bunches of spinach. Most of the times I don't use carrots, but I have them, so I'm using them. Most of the times it is garlic, onions, mushrooms, and then some kind of green. Let's add a little bit of water. So this is to eat with starch. If you eat this alone, you will be hungry in half an hour. remember that a meal plan that doesn't include starch is doomed to failure, because without starch you will always be hungry, and then you'll have cravings, and then we all know what happens after that. So what can be the starch? Well, potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, beans, corn, that can be your starch. And you need to eat generous amounts of starch. We have a large sweet potato with this. So we'll leave it for about 3 minutes and then it will be done. It's done. I hope you have enjoyed this simple mixture, and you can see how oil is not necessary. We sauteed it perfectly with water, and remember, oil, when it's heated, it releases free radicals that causes inflammation, and inflammation is going to cause a lot of trouble and diseases. Not to mention that oil adds large amounts of unnecessary calories. We could go on and on why no oil, but you all already know why. So let's make a plate with the other food that I will eat for lunch, and you'll see it. Well, here's the plate. A large sweet potato that's been roasted and it's absolutely delicious. Corn that I steamed, and our mixture here. I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon pepper on it, and on everything actually. So beautiful and delicious meal that really you can have this cooked ahead of time. You can cook 4 or 5, however many ears of corn you want. You can cook many of these at the same time. You want to have always in the Tupperware in the refrigerator any kind of sweet potatoes, and then this will last also in the refrigerator for probably 3 days. And you could put other spices or nutritional yeast a little bit if you want to, but if you use salt, this is the time when you would add salt on the surface of the food. I don't need for this. This doesn't need salt to me. This doesn't. Maybe this might, but with all the spices, I think it'll be okay. You could put some lime juice or lemon juice. And I hope you've enjoyed it. This is the best way to eat, to detoxify, lose weight, and never be hungry. And this is a cravings killer right here. The sweet potato will stop any cravings on its tracks. Until the next time, bye-bye.